of meaning, hedonistic, hedonist, theatrical entropy. Fundamentally mental. Deprived of meaning, hedonistic, hedonist, theatrical entropy. Why make time when no one pays a dime? Why make time when no one pays a dime? Why make time when no one pays a dime? Why make time when no one pays a dime? Fundamentally mental. Deprived of meaning, hedonistic, hedonist, theatrical entropy. Why make time when no one pays a dime? Why make time when no one pays a dime? Why make time when no one pays a dime? Why make time when no one pays a dime?
So, good evening, buenas noches. This is Jesus from Jesus Gaming. Thank you very much for joining in. And yes, thank you, Grayson, and welcome via Red Short and via Purple. We got our new follower, Medio. Thank you very, very, very much. So, it's been a while, huh? Yes, indeed, it's been a while. We are live via Mel Studio, and it's been a while since I last streamed, so bear with me as kind of rusted here. This is the first time that I set up my equipment, not just for plain recording, but for actual proper streaming. So, welcome. For those who doesn't know me, Jesus from Jesus Gaming. I'm a gaming content creator. I've been like a 50 plus year blogger, freelancing professional blogger with a few good people and blogs that I used to be part of the editorial team. We got a BlackBerry dedicated blog, which now is defunct. I've been part of General Tech two times, two blogs with General Tech and Entertainment, and then I got my own blog with first it was Geeksus, and then I changed it to Jesus. And from the past 5 years, I've been actively managing video content via YouTube. So that is that. The quick introduction about myself for those who are seeing this for the first time. And it's true that I'm being in a streaming hiatus, if you will, because time has been kind of very limited, and I do want to continue with this content creation and everything that goes with it. But I had to make a decision a while ago that if I wanted to continue just doing big peaks of what you call time sharing with my free time, and of course I'm not living out of content yet, so I think that is fair to say that I'm not living out of my content yet, so it is really difficult to kind of make pieces of my free time and plus my real job. So it has to go down to the decision that I had to make a hiatus on gaming live streaming. But why am I giving a pause to the gaming live streaming hiatus? Of course, despite I'm not as active as I was a few months ago, Mel Studio, mainly Ice Exchange, the community manager, and Terry from the development team has been really great human beings, and I feel that I feel privileged enough to say that Mel Studio kind of had me um, in the role, if you will, of everything they had been creating with Mel. It's an incredible software, and as you can see, we are live in 3 platforms. I cannot go so much in detail because certain purple platform kind of have grown I think that disliking or having second thoughts on enabling multi-streaming. So I think that is that. And I think that this kind of a concept of a virtual event for Meld users with the LIFS event, I think that I wanted to, of course, I'm participating as I want to land some great prizes. I'm gonna be transparent about that. I'm participating. But I think it was a great opportunity to actually have some stress tests about a possibility on trying to commit into a more limited schedule again. But I'm not a fan of leaving games half done like I did with Dynasty Warriors Origin. By the way, those who have been following the walkthrough, I'm still in the Shishue Gate battle. I haven't progressed anything, despite I said that I was going to progress to regardless. Me being on a hiatus, that because I don't like to leave a game not concluded, especially in terms of content creation. I think that's a big no in content creation, and I think that I should just go uh, as I preach. Everyone that asks me about the few things that I can give as a counsel or advice for aspiring content creator is that don't leave unfinished game, and that's basically that I didn't do. Um, I still back there in Dynasty Warrior Origins. In the past few months, I've been kind of really in a roller coaster, health speaking. But ironically, it was Death Stranding 1 and 2 that got me uh, like with the sanity and having like the gaming as part of my recovery. So I think that it was pretty fun. Unfortunately, I did like a video review about Death Stranding 2 and kind of mixing the original game as I play both games back to back, the director cut of the first game and then the release of Death Stranding 2, which I still can't believe that I actually didn't make much content about it. I think that it was a great opportunity to also include it as a gaming live stream. But yeah, I think that maybe a replay, because I still haven't touched my PlayStation 4 version. I have the collector's edition of the first game, but ironically, I waited until the second game to come and then play the director cut on my PlayStation 5 here present. And it's kind of ironic that I left the game untouched in 2019, and it took like the hype for the second game to actually go and play it. And yeah, that pretty much sums all what has been going on behind backstage with my content. I'm still maintaining my blog. um I kind of opened like a third version of a gaming podcast with Continue News and Gaming. This week we got I took it like a free time to actually have the opportunity to do this gaming live stream. So before heading to what is about tonight, which is Battlefield 6, and what are my thoughts on the game and my experience in the, I think that I had the whole weekend and I was part of the early release, and I think that I could play because live allowed me to. I think that I played like a total of 6 hours, and yeah, I will talk about that a little later. But I think that I'm not ready to commit and to say that after this week we are getting back actively on gaming live stream. Maybe I'm trying to brainstorm what can I do, but one of the requirements for me to actually give it some good thought is to really to commit to a plausible and real time frame, and maybe not trying to have like a 3 days, maybe like two night. Unfortunately, it has to be nightly in Eastern time, GMT -4 speaking. It has to be at night because, yeah, I work. by day, so I think that it's not kind of possible to coexist working and gaming live stream because hell no. All right. So that is that. And I'm going to make some shameless plugins here. As you can be seeing right here, you can code JesusGG at Glitch for your 3% off at your order. Actually, I ordered this past weekend my refill of the Revive hydration, and I'm having like a new flavor of hydration. Despite of them selling energy drinks, I kind of love all the concept of hydration, and this time around, instead of having like a mix of hydration and energy drinks, I decided to go full hydration order. So, yeah. And also, as you already know, at Jesus GG, both on red and purple platform, and of course, JesusGG.xyz is my official gaming blog for all the latest gaming news, curated by yours truly. So, um, as you know, this past weekend it was the first. There we go. This was the first weekend and the first of 2 weekends with the open beta for Battlefield 6. As I said earlier, just truly got the opportunity to actually have like since Thursday of the past week, which is Thursday. The past weekend was Thursday 7, August the 7th, and we got the opportunity to play the game. No, this is not me playing in live or live. This is me just got the chance to record my first gameplay. This is me toggling off some options. Oh, I'm sorry for those who are watching on shorts. Here we go. So I think that I should just share the long short story version or the Too Long Don't Read version. Battlefield comes from Battlefield 2042, which was released a couple of years ago, and it was slated to be the greatest thing in Battlefield history. But unfortunately, things didn't go as smoothly as many believe that it will be. The game in reality has some kind of mixed reactions, but and actually I haven't played the beta for at that time about Battlefield 2042, and for those who played, including some friends, had told me that it was like a disaster. It was kind of a premonition of what will become the final product for Battlefield 2042, and history has just set up that basically the game barely survived the few years that it has been like the latest release for Battlefield. I think that it survived all the Modern Warfare re-releases of Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War, and currently Call of Duty Black Ops 6. So I think that it's fair to say that the next Battlefield 6 or the next Battlefield games is about do or die, and that's what we got now with the Battlefield 6 open beta weekend 1. And I want to really share and talk about what we learn and what could mean for the future. So It was around 4 a.m. Eastern time today, August 11th, that um, Battlefield Studio, which is now is what calls the joint venture of many of the Battlefield studios, including the main studio DICE, because um, indeed Battlefield 2042 have gained some lesson learned for both DICE, all the studios that manage some of the features like multiplayer for Battlefield 2042, and of course Electronic Arts. So I think that they thought that it was a good idea to just found Battlefield Studio as a proper studio for everything Battlefield going forward. Obviously, with DICE in the helm and all the secondary studios. So around 4 a.m., August 11, 2025, the first weekend was set up for the Battlefield Open Beta weekend. And next and final weekend will be from Thursday 14th to the late night of Sunday through Monday 17th of August. I'm checking my notes here. Sorry for the pause speaking. All right, let's fast forward this a little bit because I'm too getting a little desperate here. Oh no, not so fast. Now so fast forward. Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay. Let's review what we got available, which was the map, modes, and mechanics. With maps, we got 3 maps. Siege of Cairo, which is a dense urban battlefield, which include vertically and tight choke points. Liberation Peak, which is a more open mountainous terrain and appear less frequent in rotation. And finally, Iberian Offensive, which include a balance of mix of urban and rural combat zones. And then we got the game modes. Let's see if I'm not competing with... Yes, I'm competing with the sound. All right, I hope that I'm not competing with the sound at this point. So the game modes include the Conquest, which is a classic large-scale objective controls, Breakthrough, a stage-based progression with intense frontline shift, Domination, which is a close-quartered objective skirmishes, or what some friends of mine has called Call of Duty mode, because for obvious reasons. King of the Hill, a new twist on sun controls, and Close Conquest, which is a class-restricted weapon loadout for tactical variety. This is one of my earliest gameplay. For the sake of this recording, I tried to masquerade the alias or the username of the players that I've been combating or playing along with, just in case. Although there wasn't like a embargo for content creation at all, I think that this past weekend on content creation, it was a content fest for Battlefield indeed. But I decided to play like a little careful here and decided not to just make battlingly, I should say, content without actually acknowledging if I could do content or not. So I played it safe and I just waited until the beta period ended. Here we go. Now, I'm gonna be honest. There has been the good, the bad, I don't know what to call it, the ugly or the brutal, depending on what you might feel about actually, in your experience, I haven't dived that deep in Battlefield 2042, but definitely the gunplay and the experience in terms of graphics and I wanna add to the sound effects, including the step by the soldiers, reloading of the weapons, the firing, bullets and gear, juggling. I think that that's one of the aspects and the highlights for me. It is definitely evident that DICE and all the components of the Battlefield studio really wanted to get a clean face with this new release of Battlefield 6. So I think that graphical speaking, my only main thing that I noticed it as an issue, but before getting into that, I got to be specific here. This is a beta. It's not a final product, so it was expected to view some failures and everything. But in my perspective, I think that the only thing that I could notice, and you can actually see in right now, is kind of some clipping, but it's not like a graphical failure. I'm playing via mouse and keyboard at this time, so what I meant on clipping is like I feel like I was playing with, instead of mouse and keyboard, I was playing with a controller. But I think that this was mainly because I'm using a Radeon Gray Edition from last year. So I think that this shouldn't be a big issue. I was kind of expected that if any graphical issues will be on the side of AMD Radeon, but that happened one after Thursday session and my late night Saturday session. I couldn't notice anything that you wouldn't expect on a beta. Again, this was not like a final product or everything. This is like a stress test that Battlefield Studio is doing with the game. I can tell, this is like the other thing that has been bugging people in the internet. I can't tell if I managed to have an hacker any of my gameplay, so because I did like a private streaming of this part, or this gameplay I should say, and at least Red Platform didn't complain, and neither Mel Studio complained that I had problems, so evidently there was like a little cough or skirmish in the private streaming for having this recorded. Oh, and my camera went down. Just a moment, please. I knew that this wasn't the footage. It's just my hotspot camera is kind of... Oh, great. Oh, great. All right, I think that it's acting up, and I want to see who's acting up, and I think that my GPU is actually acting up. I don't know why. Are we back on? Are we back on? We are supposed to be back on. Just a moment, please, and my apologies for this. This is kind of a thing that I don't miss about gaming live streaming. I don't get why. All right, I'm restarting the Osboss camera. Sheesh. Come on, dude. This is interesting. The camera decided to add up in a weird time. I don't know why. Oh, that's interesting. Well, my camera decided to act up, so I think that I should just continue and roll with it until he wants to wake the freaking up. So I don't know what happened. This is kind of embarrassing. Embarrassing indeed. All right, let's see if I can have the normal camera then. If not, I'll just roll with it because I don't want to waste time here. Actually, I got to wrap up in an hour. Come on, dude. Wow. Just freaking wow. Just freaking wow. All right. Last attempt. Last attempt of fixing the freaking camera. Last attempt. Last attempt. Please bear with me. Last attempt. Last attempt. Last attempt. Oh, the device is occupied. Who's using the device? Okay, let's check here. Oh, the device is still occupied. Really? Really? So my camera decided to fail out. All right.
Assault, engineer, support, and recon. An iconic formula for Battlefield. Each class features a signature weapon set, as well as class-exclusive gadgets and traits that define your role in the squad.
The Assault class are the frontline killers who punch through enemies' defenses to open a way for the rest of the team. A handy grenade launcher will rob enemies of their cover, while flashbangs send them scurrying through the line of fire. Cornered by the enemy, an adrenaline shot may be the difference between life and death. Assault's enhanced mobility, combined with the option to throw on an extra primary weapon, makes you a formidable force that can push deep behind enemy lines.
You need a deterrent for tanks, helicopters, jets? That's when you call in the engineer. Armed with a satchel filled with rockets and mines, this class is all about being a menace to the vehicles hunting your allies. They're also the only class capable of repairing friendly vehicles, equipment, and weapon placements.
The support class is there to pull your ass out of the fight, throwing down supply crates, heals, and ammo to keep you in the fights. Support can lay down deployable cover, intercept enemy grenades and missiles, and they're the masters of the machine gun. There is no better class to keep your squad in the fights when the odds are against you.
Recon is our tactical mastermind who provides vital information to the squad and stalks the edges of the battlefield, usually with a sniper rifle in hand to pull off the perfect headshot. With drones capable of pinpointing enemy positions, C4 that can cripple tanks and level buildings, and a laser designator that will guide your allies' missiles right to their target.
Welcome to the world of Battlefield 6.
It kind of reminds you of the theme of Terminator. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I managed to have the camera to cooperate. Unfortunately, I think this is not the blurred version of my background, but yes, we are back here. So as I was saying before, the camera so rudely interrupted me. There wasn't kind of a major glitch, graphical speaking, besides for what I shared a few minutes ago, again before the camera rudely interrupted me. I didn't feel or kind of saw of anything strange of getting like a hacker or being unfairly been losing at all. I think that the conquest mode is kind of the right one if you really want to get high in the ranking in a single gameplay, and if you got the patience to go, because conquest is kind of the mode that it can build up if both teams are kind of getting competitive and one teams decide to go over from one another and vice versa. Conquest can go like almost like a session if you were playing a massive game like a battle royale or anything. I believe this is the actual footage of my first conquest, and I think I did like a ranking and a half in just a single game. So conquest is your place to go about trying to have like more speedy ranking up if you're just up on the rank up. And I wanted to highlight the point about the hacker thing because it has been reported that the Javelin system, I think that's the anti-cheating that Battlefield Studio calls its own inner service, did intercept like a big quantity of hackers trying to make some move. And on the other side of the coin, the internet reported that people still managed to see hackers playing the game. So it just took like a single day after the beta when you got already hackers tackling in the game. So I know that that's a thing that maybe people obviously are not happy about. I guess that it was kind of the situation that really Electronic Arts and Battlefield Studio could capitalize. But the thing is that there's the kill times or the TTKs, and one of the things that should work is about the players reporting insta-death and maybe a suspected superside bashing of damage leading to inconsistent firefight. And despite not giving like a concrete answer, Electronic Arts and Battlefield Studios says that they're investigating these anomalies. So I think that we are indeed heading for some big updates for the next and final session of the open beta. I want to highlight also the drag and revive mechanics. I think that it had like a cinematic flair and got some really tactical depth. Coming from Call of Duty, I think that it's kind of difficult at the beginning to get used that you can't move when you are about to die or you're just waiting to be revived. Also, not every player can revive other players. You need to be either assault or be a support type of soldier so you can revive people. But I think that gives out really the realism, in my opinion. It's something that it really can be appreciated in this new game. At Black Ops 6 on Call of Duty, we got the Omni movements, so I think that, yeah, it's not easy to ignore the thing that the Prone System overhaul Battlefield. Well, technically, it has been like a back-to-back. I think some elements you already seen on Battlefield, then Activision kind of make an upgrade in the Omni movement for Black Ops 6, but now the Prone System in the Battlefield game on Battlefield 6, you can now roll in your bag, and that's another layer of realism that the game actually does gives you. Some people said that, and I'm going with the graphic again, in terms of the menu felt like being cluttered and confusing. I kind of disagree with that. I didn't feel like lost or anything. Just like just keep your time reading and checking out the modes on yourself. I think it shouldn't be just a biggie, but wanted to mention that. And there's this disappearing weapon bug that I didn't see it, or at least it didn't manifest in my gameplay. But there are players that reported that guns and armor banishing mismatch and breaking immersion and the gameplay, which is understandably damaging for the experience at all. So I think that despite the box and balance issue, many longtime fans should feel that Battlefield 6, whoopsie, was a return to the franchise roots. But I think it's a little earlier to give this definite statement that Battlefield is back when this is just an open beta. And to me, the value of the game is also the campaign or single-player game, which we still haven't seen anything else beyond the preview from a few weeks ago. So in terms of being more grounded than Battlefield 2042, I think that the game does really give justice to what the franchise should have been if you don't count that game. And some people even declared that they have returned to the good days of Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 1. I got to make that in the correct chronological order, besides not sounding numerically accurate. So I think that I'm not gonna hold full judgment of a full game just from its multiplayer beta. I know that nowadays people buy full games that have the single player experience and a full campaign just for the sake of playing multiplayer until your finger bleeds. But I do love single playing campaigns. I do love the whole main storyline of a campaign or any video game. So I think that by the game releases in October, I think that will be a great day, great time to have a definite review and considerations. Yeah, evidently at that part, I thought that that was part of my teammate, and then I kind of noticed that there was nothing green or blue flashing, so it was like those moments that at that moment he knew he F up.
Bravo has been neutralized.
At that moment he knew he F up. Basically, that's what I feel with my camera a few minutes ago. At that moment, my camera knew he F up.
We're attacking Charlie.
So, I think that that's the gist of it. I do believe that we got some
You're attacking objective Delta.
good time ahead of us in terms of Battlefield return with Battlefield 6.
The enemy has secured Charlie.
Am I gonna be doing content about Battlefield 6? Probably. Again, like I said in the beginning of the live streaming, this will mean that I'm gonna do more gaming live stream. I still don't know. I still don't know. I just wanted to have this kind of a stress test, and as you can see, the live troubleshooting is one of the most undesired thing for me in gaming live streaming. So this kind of give the reason why I probably will keep the gaming live streaming hiatus. I hope that by next week the IAF event of Mel Studio, which will probably be the case, will include a live streaming. If that's the case, maybe I will do like a night session for Tekken 8, which actually I'm not a practice of Tekken 8, and I still don't know if I'm gonna be participating in a major FGC competition, First Attack, the 2025 edition. I'm still thinking about it, but I think that if by next week I'm required to do a gaming live stream, I think it will be for Tekken. So I think that that will be it for tonight's mini session. I just wanted to have kind of a live semi podcast episode, or whatever you want to call this. Quick re-intro for those who didn't have the opportunity to play Battlefield 6. Remember that next weekend, the open beta is for everyone via PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC. Remember to code JesusGG on your next glitch order so you can have a 10% off your subtotal. And my personal blog, JesusGG.xyz, for the latest gaming news. And remember all my socials at JesusGG, including purple and red platform. This was Jesus from Jesus Gaming. Health and success. Happy gaming. Thank you very much, my muñaños. See ya.
Hostiles now control Delta.